Hey, welcome everyone. This is Kathy. I'm the Beartown Stitcher, and this is floss tube number 4. You can see in my background, I've got some, I went quilt shop hopping. I have fabric to put away. So maybe on a future floss tube, I can share a little bit about my quilt shop hop. Never know how much crossover there's supposed to be between counted cross stitch and quilting. But anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is framing and the difference between DMC and weeks. So just some observations I've made as I'm working on projects. So anyway, I'll start out with my framing. This pattern here, Prairie Schooler, I bought it in 1985. This is the project that I found partially finished, and it got me back into doing counted cross stitch. I wanted to show you the finished framed. See if this works. And I had this done by Michaels. I was happy with how it turned out. So they do the back. Anyway, in case anyone is interested in what it costs to have something framed, in case you're like me and you haven't finished things and needed to get them framed, I can talk about that. I just dropped off my balloon woman. I don't know if you can see this one. So that's being framed right now. But I think it's interesting how they break down the cost for, because I know some people frame themselves. I just didn't feel like I was there yet. So here are some costs. Now this is an 8x8, the balloon woman that I'm having done, and the bears, the 3 bears, the Prairie Schooler is an 8x10. So they're very similar in cost. And I'll just point out some costs here. To pin this, to stretch it, was $6. To me, that was worth it. The glass, to get this non-glare glass, if you can see my ring light there, but it doesn't look like it has glass on it, was $15. And the foam core that the stitching is pinned to, it's acid-free foam core, that was $1.20. That was a good deal. Now, the balloon woman does have a mat, and I wanted it in a circle. See, that's how they show you what you're getting at. There's no way I'm going to try to cut a mat in a circle. There's no way I'm going to try to cut a mat, period. So it's going to be double matted, and each mat to cut in a circle is $7.20. Then there is the cost of the frame, which is $39. So each thing seems really reasonable, and then it all adds up to $92. Huh. Anyway, I'm just always happy to get to this point where it's ready to be framed. So in case anybody was interested in kind of what this costs. So I'll show you my current project. This is Blackbird Designs Summer Beaming Forth. And this is from a sonnet that was written by John Cleary. He was born in 1795. I'll read it to you. I love to see the summer beaming forth. And Blackbird Design says, this seemed to be the perfect description for this house surrounded by a lush garden. So I thought that seemed like a good summer project. Plus, not real big, right? But boy, a lot of little stitches. This is the first time I have stitched on linen. That's interesting. This is 36 count open. Can you even see what I've done? Um, yeah, not a lot shows up. I've spent a lot of hours on this. But here's what I discovered. Okay, notice the house, the start of the house, and kind of those the soft colors. I'm using weeks on the house, and then most of the thread that I selected for this is DMC. So the vine going up the side and the trimmer on the windows in the house is DMC. So what I'm thinking is the DMC feels just way too bold to be mixing it with the weeks. I feel like it's overpowering the weeks, which is really pretty and subtle. But here's where I have my thread on here. I love these things. And look, this is all the DMC. It's very pretty. But here's the difference. That green vine here on the side is this DMC color. Here's the weeks version. It's much, much softer and totally different color. Okay. And then here are some of the differences in the other colors. That one doesn't show up real different, but the trim around the windows, I'll just show you that one. And that's quite different. Here's the weeks. Here's the DMC next to it. So not sure that these colors are showing up as nicely as, so anyway, in the middle of the project, I just went ahead and ordered the weeks in all the colors I didn't have. So I would have the softer colors. I feel like putting DMC in the mix overpowered these soft colors. I don't know. Yeah, and I just ordered from 123 Stitch. I do have a local shop, but it's probably a good 45-minute drive. So that'd be an hour and a half round trip. Plus, it's right across the whole metro. It's not a nice drive. And just for Floss, just ordered it online, $3.50 for shipping, and in less than a week, I had it. So I don't know. DMC week. Anyway, I have two more from this set. This one is called She Sights a Bird. I know that these are showing up well, but I love what's written inside. This is from an Emily Dickinson poem. She sights a bird, she chuckles. And all this whole series is called Loose Feathers. And there's birds on all of them. So the house has a bird. And she sights a bird, has a bird, a couple birds. And then I have a third one, which is called The Light Upon the Lawn. Right. Really hard to see, sorry. And this is also Emily Dickinson. And she writes, a light exists in spring. And in the poem, she speaks of how the lighting is different times of the year. And the light just looks different in the spring. And so I know it's not spring, but fall too, don't you think? And of course, there's a bird there. Now, um, two of these are on 36 count oaken, and this one called for 36 count ale. It's quite a bit darker. Here's the ale. Here is the oaken ale. So I hope to actually finish these. And for my project coat, I'm using, this is Goose. I wanted something summery. So have everything in there. And if you order from her, and if you like the plastic fronts, she does use a nice heavier plastic than some do. I like that. Okay. Then something else I did is I went through all my projects and patterns. And I wanted to find what I had for fall. I want to get them all together. And I put them all in one project tote. So it doesn't seem like too excessive. This is everything I have for fall. It's still way too much. I'll never finish it all this fall. But I do have a lot of them kitted up even. I think like if I order online, sometimes you could just check the box. It says send me the fabric and flosses too. Probably did that. So I'll show you what I have for fall. This is Brenda Gervais Autumn's Fruitful Labor. And also Brenda Gervais Bittersweet and Broomsticks. I'll show you the colors. And another Brenda Gervais Autumn Bouquet. I don't have any floss in that one. And Harvest Delivery. This is Plum Street Samplers. And this one I'm doing using Victorian Motto Sampler flosses. This one is Threadwork Primitives Baker's Night. I don't have any floss in there. Let's see, I can show you some more. I have this little one by Blackbird called Patchwork Pumpkin. Let's see. And then this is Plum Street. It's called Dear Friends. None of these are really huge. So I'm hopeful that I might actually finish a couple before fall comes and goes. This is a Prairie Schooler When Witches Go Riding. And this is, on the lighter weight paper. My old Prairie Schooler, my 38-year-old pattern, was on that kind of cardstock. Now it's just on paper. So that's why I have it in the page protector. Okay. And last of all, it's not last of all. There's more than one in here. I have Blackbird Bittersweet September. And Brenda Gervais, this is November. My lighting is funny. Brenda Gervais, Where the Bittersweet Blooms. And Brenda Gervais, Celebrate Harvest. Plum Street, Goodbye Fall. Can you tell I like fall? Cinnamon Stars, Plum Street. Cottage Garden, this one's called October 31st. And Plum Street, Goodness and Plenty. Oh, there's one more. Always one more. This one's Hand Blessings, and it's called Scary Night 1. And it comes with little charms. Okay, that's all. Goodness. So I felt by getting it all in one project, Tote, it didn't feel excessive, but it is kind of excessive. Right? So I don't think I need to buy anything. I'm set. Okay. And this tote, this is a heavier weight cotton than most totes are made out of. This Etsy seller is called Oh So Twinkle Crafts, so spelled S-E-W. And she's in England. And I've ordered a few of her. I like them. Project bags. Okay, that's that. And I showed you my upcoming fall, my current project. I hope I have more done on this. And the next time I come back, because that's not real exciting looking. But I'm working on it. And let's see. I guess that's all I have. I wanted to compare the DMC and the weeks, show you the difference, talk about framing costs. Just so fun to finally finish something and have it framed. And when I get my balloon woman back, I'll show it to you. And I'm just my goal here in making these YouTube videos was to keep myself working on my projects. And it has helped. I'm getting a lot more done than I would normally get done because I feel like I have to come back on here and share. So that's all I have. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel. I love the comments. I wasn't expecting the nice comments. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.